Girls, today we are going to solve problems 13 to 20 from exercise 1.3. And these problems are all related to functions on sets. Thirteenth question. The weight of the muscles of a man is a function of his body weight x and can be expressed as W of x is equal to 0.35x. Determine the domain of this function. So, W of x is equal to 0.35x. It is the weight of the body. Here it is a decimal expression, decimal function. Here no denominator, so we don't need to check the denominator, and it's not a square root as well. Okay, but it is the weight of a body. Okay, we have to find the domain of this function, determine the domain of this function. So, it is the weight. So, always weight, we couldn't say our weight as an exact number, exact integer. It may be a decimal number many times. Okay. So, the weight may be the W of x, maybe a weight may be a decimal number as well. It should be a positive number also. We couldn't say our weight in negative number, right? So, here W of x, so it ranges from 0, it should be x should be greater than 0 because it is a weight of the body and it is always positive, so it is greater than 0. The problem may be bigger, but the question is determine the domain of this function, and its domain is x greater than 0, or we can tell it 0 to infinity as well. 14th one, the distance of an object falling is a function of time and can be expressed as s of t is equal to minus 16t square. Graph the function and determine if it is 1 to 1. And the function given here is s of t is equal to minus 16t square. So, s of t is equal to minus 16t square, and we have to graph the function. So, I am going to substitute some values for t, and I have to find what is s of t, and this graph is between t and s of t. Okay. So, if I substitute 0 to t, then s of t is also 0. If I substitute 1 to t, if I substitute 1 here, s of t will become minus 16. Similarly, if I substitute minus 1, then also it is square. So, minus will get vanished and s of t is again minus 16. Okay. So, if I substitute 2, so t square, it is 4. So, minus 16 into 4, 16 4s are 64, minus 64. Okay. Or else we will substitute some decimal number. So, 1 by 2. If I substitute 1 by 2 for t, then what will be s of t? 1 by 4 t square, it is 1 by 4. So, minus 16 into 1 by 4, that is minus 4. If I substitute minus 1 by 2, then here also while squaring, the negative number will be a positive, it will become plus 1 by 4. So, minus 16 into plus 1 by 4, and it will become again minus 4. Okay. So, shall we plot the values in the graph? First one is 0, 0, 1 and minus 16. If I take 1 here, minus 1 here. Okay. So, 1, when it is 1, it will be minus 16. So, 1 and minus 16, it will come here, 1 comma minus 16, And the second point minus 1 and minus 16. For minus 1 also it will be minus 1 and minus 16. For 1 by 2, so 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will come here and minus 1 by 2 will come here. So for 1 by 2 it will be minus 4. So for minus 1 by 2 also it is minus 4. Okay, so if I draw the graph, it will come like this. Okay, so first the question is first graph the function, and we have graphed it and determine if it is 1 1. We have to check whether this function is 1 1 or not. How can we check? To check the 1 1 function, we have learnt about the horizontal line test. So now here I am drawing a horizontal line across the graph, across our arc. Okay, so now the line, the straight line, the horizontal line cuts the graph in more than one point. So horizontal line cuts the graph in how many points? More than 1 point. So the function is not 1 1, it is not 1 1 function. 15th one, the total cost of airfare on a given route is comprised on the base cost C and the fuel surcharge S in rupee. Both C and S are functions of the mileage M. C of M is equal to 0.4 M plus 50 and S of M is equal to 0.03 M. Determine a function for the total cost of a ticket in terms of the mileage and find the airfare for flying 1600 miles. Okay, so C is the cost of the airfare and S is the fuel surcharge. Okay, they are all functions. C and S are functions of the mileage M, and it is given that C of M is equal to 0.4 M plus 50 and S of M is equal to 0.03 M. Determine a function for the total cost of a ticket in terms of the mileage. So total cost of the ticket, that means we have to add the total cost, means we have to add the cost and fuel surcharge. So this function, total cost function is the addition of these two functions. Total cost function is equal to C of M plus S of M. What is C of M? 0.4 M plus 50. What is S of M? It is 0.03 M. Okay, so we can add these two like terms M. Okay, with the variable M, these two terms are like terms. So first we will add these two function. So 0.4 plus 0.03 gives 0.43 M. Okay, plus 50. Now we have to find the cost of a ticket in terms of the mileage and find the airfare for flying 1600 miles. So airfare for 1600 miles, M is the miles. Okay, so cost is equal to 0.43 into 1600 plus 50. So what do you get while multiplying this? So multiply these two numbers and add 50 with that, and so you get rupees 738. Sixteenth problem. A salesperson whose annual earnings can be represented by the function A of x is equal to 30,000 plus 0.04 x, where x is the rupee value of the merchandise he sells. his son is also in sales and his earnings are represented by the function s of x is equal to 25,000 plus 0.05x. Find a plus s of x and determine the total family income if they each sell rupees 1,50,000. 1 crore 50 lakhs worth of merchandise. Okay, so father's income is represented as a function and son's earning is also represented as a function. We have to find a plus s of x and determine the total family income. Okay, so first it is a of x and s of x. We have to find a plus s of x is equal to a of x. A plus s of x is equal to a plus x plus s of x. What is a of x? 30,000 plus 0.04x plus 25,000 plus 0.05x. While adding this, we get 30,000 plus 25,000, it is 55,000 plus 0.09x. Okay, it is given that determine the total family income if they each sell rupees 1 crore and 50 lakhs worth of merchandise. Okay, so 1 crore and 50,000 lakhs of merchandise. Okay, so instead of x, we have to substitute this value and should calculate a of s. A plus s of x. So they sell 1 crore 50 lakhs of merchandise. So a plus s of x, we have to find their income for this amount. So 55,000 plus 0.09 into instead of x, I substitute this value. Okay, so 55,000 plus 0.09 into 1 crore 50 lakhs will give 13 lakhs and 50,000. Okay, so it is, while adding this to, I get 14 lakh and 5,000. That's the answer and that's their family income. 17th one. The function for exchanging American dollars for Singapore dollar on a given day is f of x is equal to 1.23x, where x represents the number of American dollars. Okay, this function is the value of Singapore dollars in terms of American dollars. Okay, on the same day, the function for exchanging Singapore dollar to Indian rupee is g of y is equal to 50.50y, where y represents the number of Singapore dollars. This is the function for Indian rupee in terms of Singapore dollars. Write the function which will give the exchange rate of American dollars in terms of Indian rupee. The first one is the value of Singapore dollar in terms of American rupees. The second one is the value of Singapore dollar in terms of Indian rupee. What we have to find? We have to find the exchange rate of American dollars in terms of Indian rupee. So, we are going to club these two functions. That is, we have to find the composite of these two functions to find the value. Okay. So, f of x is equal to 1.23x and g of y is equal to 50.50y. So, we have to find g composite f of x, that is equal to g of f of x. What is f of x? F of x is equal to y. Okay, so g of 1.23 of x. Okay, instead of f of x, I substitute this function. So, g of 1.23 of x. So, g of y is equal to 50.50y. So, g of 1.23 x can be rewritten as 50.50 into 1.23 x. Instead of y, I am writing this function. Okay. So, 50.50 into 1.23x. So, while multiplying these two numbers, we get 62.115x. We have to multiply 50.50 into 1.23 and x. So, we get 62.115 and it is the composite function g of f of x. So, this function will give the exchange rate of American dollars in terms of the Indian rupee. This is what the function is. 18th problem. The owner of a small restaurant can prepare a particular meal at a cost of rupees 100. He estimates that if the menu price of the meal is X rupees, then the number of customers who will order the meal at the price in an evening is given by the function d of x is equal to 200 minus x. Express his day revenue, total cost and profit on this meal as functions of x. Okay, so the owner is running a small restaurant and he can prepare it at the cost of rupees 100 rupees. Okay, 100 rupees la prepare பண்றாரு. So, he estimates that the menu price, அதுக்கான price வைக்கிறது x rupees வைக்கிறாரு. அவருக்கு preparation cost 100 rupees, but அதுக்கு mealக்கு price வந்து menu price is x rupees. Number of customers who will order பண்ணுறவங்க d of x is equal to 200 minus x. Express his day revenue, total cost and profit. What is revenue? Revenue is income, right? So, we have to find revenue, total cost and profit of the meal. Okay. So, cost of preparation is rupees 100 and its selling price is x. Number of customers, d of x is equal to, it is given in a function, d of x is equal to 200 minus x. So, what is the income? Income or revenue. Income or revenue for this is, so income means number of customers into selling price. Okay, number of customers into selling price is the income. So, 200 minus x into x. இவ்வளோ பேர் வாங்கியிருக்காங்க, ஒரு price x. So, அவரோட income வந்து 200 minus x into x. Okay, so cost of preparation for one pack he can make it in rupees 100. So, again the cost of preparation or cost for the customers d of x is equal to 200 minus x into 100. Okay, he actually spent 200 minus x into 100 rupees to make that packets, lunch packets. The income is 200 minus x into x. 200 minus x cost. So, x ஓட multiply பண்ணா income கிடைக்கும். But he spent, எவ்வளவு make பண்ணுறதுக்கு spend பண்ணியிருக்காரு அப்படின்னு சொன்னா 200 minus x into 100. So, now we have found revenue and the cost. Revenue and the total cost. So, it is total cost. This is the total cost. Now, we have to find the profit. Profit is equal to revenue minus cost. That is his income minus the amount he spent. Okay, அதுதான் profit. நம்ம ஒரு இன்கமில் எவ்வளோ செலவழிச்சாங்களோ அதை எடுத்து மீதி கிடைக்கிறது தான் profit. So, revenue is 200 minus x into x minus cost is 200 minus x into 100. 200 minus x is common in both the functions. So, 200 minus x, I take it as a common, into x minus 100. This is the profit function. 19th one, the formula for converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius temperatures is y is equal to 5x by 9 minus 160 by 9. Find the inverse of this function and determine whether the inverse is also a function. Y is equal to 5x by 9 minus 160 by 9. that is equal to 5x minus 160 divided by 9, and it is y, or y is equal to f of x also. Okay, remember that in mind. So, now we are going to convert this in terms of x. So, 9y is equal to 5x minus 160. So, 5x is equal to 9y plus 160. So, x is equal to 9y plus 160 divided by 5. This x's are g of y. So, g of y is equal to 9y plus 160 divided by 5, and f of x is equal to 5x minus 160 divided by 9. Okay, this is our g of y and f of x. Now, we have to prove that the function, it is we have to find the inverse of this function. First, we have to find the inverse of this function, and we have determined whether the inverse is also function. So, g of y now we have found out. Now, we have to find f composite g and g composite f. Okay. So, f composite g of y, if g comes here, we have to write y only. F composite g of y, that is equal to f of g of y. What is g of y here? F of what is g of y here? 9y plus 160 9y plus 160 divided by 5. So, f of 9y plus 160 divided by 5. F of x, in terms of f of x, if I write it, okay, 5 into, instead of x, I have to write this function. Okay, f of 9y plus 160 divided by 5, but f of x is equal to 5x minus 160 by 9. So, here instead of this x, I have to write this whole element. Okay, this whole function. So, 5 into 9y plus 160 divided by 5 minus 160, the whole thing divided by 9. Instead of x, I am substituting this whole function. Okay, that is equal to, here 5 is common. So, 5 cancel. So, in the numerator 9y plus 160 is there, here minus 160. So, 160 minus 160 will get cancelled. So, the remaining is 9y divided by 9, 9 also will get cancelled, though that is equal to y. That implies f composite g of y is equal to y. That means f composite g is a identity function. Okay. Now, we have to calculate g composite f. G composite f is equal, f of x is equal to g of f of x. G of, what is f of x? F of x is 5x minus 160 divided by 9. That is equal to, g of y is 9y plus 160 by 5. So, to write this function in terms of g of, instead of y, here you have to substitute this whole function. So, 9 into 5x minus 160 divided by 9 plus 160, the whole thing divided by 5. Okay. Can you understand? Instead of y, I am substituting this whole junk. Okay. So, similarly here also 9 will get cancelled, minus 160 plus 160, that is equal to 5x divided by 5. So, 5 also will get cancelled, that is equal to x. So, g composite f of x is equal to x. That implies g composite f is also an identity function. So, f composite g is also identity function, g composite f is also identity function. By these two conditions, by 1 and 2, we conclude that f and g are inverses to each other. That implies G is a bijection. F and G are bijections. That implies G is 1, 1 and on 2. Here what they have asked, whether they have asked that whether the inverse is also a function. Yes, the inverse is also a function and it is a bijection. Now we have concluded. Now what we have to write? Now we have to write the inverse function. Here, so the inverse function is, so the inverse function is f inverse of x, f inverse of x, that is g of x. F inverse of x is the inverse function, that is equal to, in g of y we have to write, substitute x instead of y. We have to write, instead of y we have to write x. That is the inverse function. F inverse of x is equal to 9x plus 160 divided by 5. That is equal to 9x by 5 plus 160 divided by 5. We can simplify it. 9 by 5x plus, shall we cancel? 3 5s are 15, remaining 2 plus 32, and it is the inverse function. This is the inverse function. 20th question. A simple cipher takes a number and codes it using the function f of x is equal to 3x minus 4. Find the inverse of this function. Determine whether the inverse is also a function and verify the symmetrical property about the line y is equal to x by drawing the lines. So, the function is here, f of x is equal to 3x minus 4. First, we have to find the inverse of this function. Then, we have to determine whether the inverse is also a function. It is similar to the previous problem. Okay. And then the last question is, we have to verify the symmetrical property about the line y is equal to x. So, f of x is equal to 3x minus 4, that is y is equal to 3x minus 4. So, 3x is equal to y plus 4. So, x is equal to y plus 4 divided by 3 and it is our g of y. It is equal to y plus 4 by 3. Okay. Now, we have to check whether it is the inverse function. The inverse is also a function. So, f composite g of y, f composite g and g composite f we have to find. F composite g of y is equal to f of g of y. What is g of y? G of y is y plus 4 by 3. So, f of y plus 4 divided by 3. So, to apply this function, instead of x we have to substitute this in f of x. So, f of x is equal to 3x minus 4. Instead of x, we have to substitute this y plus 4 divided by 3. So, 3 into y plus 4 divided by 3 minus 4, because 3x minus 4. So, 3 into, instead of x, I substitute this. Okay, 3 into y plus 4 minus 3. So, 3 will get cancelled. So, y plus 4 minus 4, 4 will get cancelled, that is equal to y. So, f composite g of y is equal to y. That implies f composite g is an identity function. Now, we have to find g composite f of x. F comes, we have to put x. Okay. So, g composite f of x is equal to g of f of x, that is equal to g of, what is f of x? 3x minus 4. So, g of y we have to write like this, y plus 4 by 3 in this method. So, instead of y you have to write 3x minus 4. So, 3x minus 4 plus 4 divided by 3. So, minus 4 plus 4 will get cancelled. So, 3x divided by 3. So, 3 also will get cancelled, that is also equal to x. That is g composite f of x is equal to x. That implies G composite F is equal to identity function. Here that implies G composite F composite G and G composite F are identity function. That implies F and G are inverses to each other. That implies F and G are bijection. Bijection means the two functions are on and on 2. So, we have proved that the inverse is also a function. We have to write the inverse function now. So, inverse function, how we have to write? Inverse function F inverse of x, right? So, F inverse of x is equal to, instead of y we have to, in G of y, instead of y we have to substitute x and write the inverse function. So, x plus 4 divided by 3. This is the inverse function and we have proved that it is also a function. This is G. Now, we are coming to the end part of the question. We have to verify the symmetrical property about the line y is equal to x by drawing the lines. So, f of x is equal to 3x minus 4 and f inverse of x is equal to x plus 4 divided by 3. We have to substitute few points for x and we have to find the value of f of x. Okay. So, if x is equal to 0, what will be f of x? Here 3 will become 0, so it is minus 4. If x is 1, 3 into 1, 3 minus 4, so it is minus 1. If x is minus 1, it will become minus 3 minus 4, so it is minus 7. Similarly, here x is equal to, and f inverse of x, we have to draw lines. Okay. So, f inverse of x, x plus 4 divided by 3, we have to divide it by 3. So, we have to give the value of x accordingly so that we can divide and get a whole number. So, if I give 2 to x, it is 2 plus 4 divided by 2 plus 4 divided by 3. So, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 divided by 3, I get again 2. If I give minus 1, if I give minus 1 to this number x, I get minus 1 plus 4, that is 3 by 3, that is equal to 1. Okay. So, for 6, so if I give 5 to this number x, I get 5 plus 4, 9 divided by 3, so it is 3. Now, we are going to plot this points in the graph and we have to draw lines. So, first 0 and minus 4. So, 0 and minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, here minus 1, minus 3, minus 4 and minus 5. So, x is 0 and y is minus 4. So, one point will come here. X is 1 and y is also minus 1, that is f of x also minus 1, 1 comma minus 1, this one, and then minus 1 comma minus 7. So, minus 1 and minus 7, it will come here. Okay. So, if I draw a line, it will go like this. Okay. This is f of x. And now, we have to draw the line for this function. So, it is 2 comma 2. So, x is 2 comma 2. So, two comma 2 and then minus 1 comma 1, x is minus 1 and y is 1. Okay. 5 comma 3. So, x is 5 and x is 5, y is 3. X is 5, y is 3. Okay, so we'll draw line for that function also. Okay, so now we have plotted the two lines. It is f of x and this is f inverse of x, this according to this points, and this is our y is equal to x. Y is equal to x, it goes the diagonal wise. Okay, so now look at this line y is equal to x divides this two line symmetrically. The left and right side of this line are similar. So this line is symmetrical to the two lines, two functions f of x and f inverse of x. So you have to draw this graph also and then you have to explain it. Okay, so the functions are, we have to conclude that the functions are symmetrical to the line y is equal to x.